Have you ever heard the phrase, "I'm too old to change"? I have, an awful lot. In fact, I heard it recently from a client when I was trying to teach him how to use social media. But I've heard it from my former in-laws. I've heard it from other people who are later in their years. And I just want to debunk this, because you're never too old to change. Now, the reason why a lot of people believe they're too old to change is because as we age, we fall into a set of beliefs and behaviours and habits which have long tenure in our lives. And so embarking on a process of change could feel very, very uncomfortable, because you're having to rethink things, you're having to change what you do, sometimes what you believe, which can be a very big challenge for many people, and also the behaviours and thought processes that we go through. This is discomfort. And as I've said in other videos, change can be uncomfortable because your subconscious wants to keep you comfortable, wants to keep you safe, and change can sometimes be a threat. And the older we get, the more a threat it can be perceived when change is presented to us. So you might hear, "I'm too old to change." But I just believe that's rubbish. I'm 56 years old as I record this. I've been working on personal development the last 2 years, and I've made some progress. I've stepped it up over this last year, and I believe I've come a long way with the mess that was between my ears. I know I've got a way to go, but did I think for one moment that I'm too old? No, not once. Colonel Sanders of Kentucky Fried Chicken fame, he started KFC when he was about in his 70s, I think. And that's a classic example. I know of a few people who started successful businesses when they should have been retiring, ended up having a lot of fun and making some decent money. So you're never too old to change. Now, there's a couple of reasons I think why people say they're too old to change. And one of them is, unless you've got a strong reason to change, then why should you bother? What's your motivator? What's your motive? Why should you bother doing it? "I'm too old to change" just indicates somebody has a lack of desire to change, maybe because they can't see a benefit in doing it. They can't see anything in it for them for changing. So why bother? Why bother changing? With others, it's a plain lack of will. They simply don't want it. They can't be bothered. And again, that may come back to a lack of desire or lack of motivation. They haven't got a strong enough reason to change. Now, health issues is a classic reason why many people decide to change. Some people decide to lose weight later in life when the threat of heart disease and diabetes goes up. Some people quit smoking for the benefit of their health, which is always a good thing. Some people, decide to get fit, knowing full well that it'll enable them to do things and arguably stay alive even longer. People do change, even later in lives. So if you know somebody who says that "I'm too old to change," then it might be worthwhile encouraging them to think a little differently. You're never too old to change. You can change your life at any time. You can choose to be healthier. You can choose to be wiser. You can choose to do things differently. You can choose to change your belief system completely if that's what you want. But you're never too old to change. Never ever too old to change. And remember, if you like this video, click on the like. Remember to subscribe. If you've got questions or comments, I would love to hear from you.